Hey yo, we going live today, you dig? One of my family members, you dig? Representing Crown Heights. This dude is a big step in Brooklyn, New York, you dig? Dude high stepping in the game. Lyrics and engineer, you dig? You don't know what I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about Larry Velli. Kevin doing this thing for a long time, co-signed by many, man. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Murder, Mano, the engineer for Dipset, Big Daddy Kane. I mean, we're going to tap in with this cat and see what's happening with him. While we're doing that, let's check him out. No Limit, Larry Velli. Crown Heights representing. Yeah. To the Hall of Fame. Young nigga that lost control. Took collision when I crossed the roads. I ain't vision, I was flowing, ripping through the lanes. I ain't never parked the door. Hey, nigga, only God can know. Living the present, the past is behind you. The future's ahead of you. When you celebrating this shit, they telling you who would it do. Sell out the nigga, you right on top of that. Put my niggas on the map. Put my city on my back. Real niggas, where you at? If you ever hustle for it, then you lost and double up, you got it back. Rather have my niggas locked in the studio, so free me from the trap. Yeah, trying to find myself, I'm drowning. Yeah, got my head to the sky. All alone, yeah. Yeah, man, I like talking about it when we bring you the best in music. When it comes to fashion, music, culture, major and underground, you dig? Now you're in the presence of Lyra Velli. Lyra Velli, man, appreciate having you in on the podcast, like talking about it. What's happening, nephew?
What's goody with it? And I'm chilling, man. Same shit. Same shit, different
Man,
day.
for sure. Say, look, man, we're gonna get straight to it then, you know what I mean? You know, in a small span of 7 years, you know, you've been really doing your thing constantly. You understand what I'm saying? And
For sure.
you've been liked and co-signed by a lot of greats that's in the game. You
For sure.
did. But for all we know, as being an artist, it doesn't start at the top. Give me the start in the beginning of your introduction to music.
I mean, I guess it started for me really early, you know what I'm saying, with my father, I would say. He was always playing music, and he was always like, he always had a sound system in the crib, like that was always his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I always used to think like if he had the maybe wasn't thinking about it the right way, but maybe he just wanted a studio, you know what I'm saying? And he just didn't know how to go about it, like. But he always was playing music, always had the sound system, and that was like really like where I got started, like listening to music and knowing, being able to identify songs and being able to know certain things, you know what I'm saying? It was like from that, it transitioned into like me, me recording myself, just off of like a PlayStation microphone, you know what I'm saying? When I was
Wow.
11, 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? So that was like the first time like that I recorded myself, into my computer, and I was able to hear like, like hearing myself back type shit. Like,
Oh, okay.
uh,
Okay. Well,
and I
let me
remember,
ask you this. How
yeah.
how was your explain your transition from you being Dominican, listening to Dominican music in the family home, and actually transferring it to the rap?
Um, I would say that was also my environment as well. Like, I was raised in a Dominican household, but I would go outside and it was, predominantly like a black neighborhood. Like, I wasn't really around a lot of Spanish people, you know, even some Spanish people now look at me and be like, "You're not black." Like, they'll be surprised that I'm Spanish because I move how I move, because I was never really raised around, you know what I'm saying? I would go outside and it wasn't really like that. Like, I wasn't really like raised in a predominantly Spanish neighborhood. So I was able to just get both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I was raised around Jamaicans and, you know, Caribbeans. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Every type of culture. So I think
Absolutely.
that shit just broadened the scope for me, you know?
Describe. I listened to your sound. Your sound is very unique. It's direct. It's very relatable. Tell me and describe how you created your sound and how you actually owned your sound, because I see you did a lot. You also do engineering. You don't just rap and sing.
For
You
sure.
did. You also engineer. So I
For sure.
mean, putting that all together, tell me how exactly that help you to describe your sound that you've created.
Shit. I think that me recording myself just gave me like a upper hand, because I was able to just really go in there and fine tune things, and I was able to go in there and experiment and try things, you know, and fail a lot of times, you know, and shit not sounding as good as I wanted it to be, and things not meeting up to the level that I wanted it to be at. You know, it was a lot of like trial and error, you know. But I think just me having the power to go in there and do it when I wanted just gave me a different type of like sharpen my shit up different, because I could really be in there. I was really in there every day, like, you know, just like now, but really just in there every day and just trying to perfect my craft, you know. And I was just doing it just because I wanted to get better, you know. I wasn't really thinking about perfecting my craft. I wasn't thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying, the shit that they be saying, the cliche shit. I was just trying to be in there and trying to be better, because I would hear stuff on shit on the radio, and I would hear my favorite artist, and I'd be like, I want to be like that. Like, how do I, you know what I'm saying? How do I make my shit sound like that? That was always my, you know. So I think that's definitely helped my sound, because now there's nothing that's holding me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of artists that they're going in there, they have like what you would call it, like insecurities, you know, because they're not comfortable in doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'll go in and I'll do whatever, because I can give a fuck. Like, it's who I am. All of it is me. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there and rap. I go in there and sing. I can do whatever range of shit that I could do, and I'm gonna be satisfied with it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna be like, you know, that's me. Like, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it. So, you know.
In this game, it's a lot of money being made, so it's a money game. Money moves artists. What moves Liravelli?
Passion, inspiration. You know, money is definitely a determining factor in certain things as far as business. If you move in a certain way with business, and um you need to get paid for what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely. But is it something that moves me? Is it something that's gonna like inspire me to make some great records, or to speak about something that's like that could really like move your soul? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we got to be about our business too. We can't play and think that it's all about the talent. It's like, nah, this shit is about business. Like, we got to be able to handle our business and know what we're worth, so we could get what we worth. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in this motherfucker is just trying to take away from you. So it's like, you know, that's, you know, but yeah, like, what moves me is just like real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real life moves me. You know,
Right.
I'm moved by, you know, just, you know, God. Like, if he don't say go, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell me like, nah, this ain't right. Like, so just let me
Absolutely,
know.
absolutely. I moved the same. I was, me and you had a conversation some time back. I don't know if you remember, and you were speaking, saying Mano had told you one time during the session that taking one day off is like taking 2 months off. And I see how relentless in the hours you put into the studio. How important is time management for artists nowadays?
I would say it's the most important thing. You know, I'm still struggling and managing my time, because it's, you know, there's only but so much hours in a day for you to do something. So, you know, and then you got, you know, you got family to worry about, you got all these other things you got to worry about. You got to make money, you got to be able to provide for yourself, and you still got to be able to go in there and make, you know, music even when the shit is not working. So it's like, a schedule is important, you know, and that's something I'm, like I said, I'm not there yet all the way, like knowing my schedule, because my shit be everywhere. Somebody will hit me right now and be like, all right, let's do a session from 7 to 5 a.m. And then I'm there, you know what I'm saying, till then. And then I might start recording after from 5 to 8 a.m., you know. So it's like, it should be real random for me. Like, I don't really have a set schedule, but just as far as like, you know, dedicating the time to your craft, that's what really matters, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if you ain't got the opportunity to record yourself, then you need to motherfucking be spending as much time as possible in there. Cause if not, then you're not gonna get to the level you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Cause you need a, you know, then other things start coming into play. You need a budget. You need certain things to be in there like that. So, you know, I would say as far as time management, just, you know, try to dedicate most of it to your motherfucking craft and to something that's not to no 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? It's dedicated to something that's going, you know what I'm saying, push you forward, you know, whatever your dreams and aspirations are, put it towards that.
Describe to me the feeling of a New York artist coming from a place where you come from, a neighborhood where you come from, Crown Heights, near Bed-Stuy, Biggie, Uncle Murder, Mano. Is there any type of pressure for a New York artist to fill those big shoes coming from that spot? Because I can imagine it'd be an added pressure.
I mean, I sort of think of it like, you know, the pressure is coming from other places, you know. Pressure's coming from like trying to make it out of this environment, or trying to, you know, trying to get to another level in your life, you know, and trying to do something that hasn't been done before, you know. And we've seen other people do it, like you mentioned Biggie, you mentioned, you know, certain artists, Mano, you know, Uncle Murders and Jay-Z's and Fabulouses, but, you know, at the same time, it's like you coming from a city, it's like out here it's straight, it's like a competitive nature, like, all right, they did their shit, but like, I wanna top that shit. Like, what can I, you know what I'm saying, what level can I take it to, you know what I'm saying? So it's always like, it's always gonna be pressure though, but I think it's
Right.
more like pressure, like from the neighborhood, like to just trying to get out, like, you know. But everything else is just inspiration, like, you know, to see, you know, to be able to touch and fuck with like niggas like Uncle Murder and Mano, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to touch them, and I'm able to, like, you know what I'm saying, we're able to collaborate in a real way, you know what I'm saying? That's like inspiration in itself, because they came from, you know, the same blocks that we grew up on, you know. So it's like, you know, in order to see that, I'd be like, yeah, like we could make it there too, you know.
I'm a say a name, and I want you to tell me what he meant to your career. Because I heard a conversation he had with you that could absolutely change a artist's career. DJ Cap.
You said with DJ Khaled?
DJ Cap.
Oh, Cap, DJ Cap.
What did he mean to your career? Because I see he was very informative, very influential on you, you know, on some, you know, what you do, and you holding that style that you've created.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because, you know, that conversation you talking about was like, you know, that wasn't like scripted or anything. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, we just like put on the camera. This is my boy Juan was recording, you know, he just managed, he just was able to capture that, you know. So it was like, at the time I was kind of like doing what I'm doing now, but just not in the same, like at the same like level. Like I was kind of doing it, just kind of like testing it out and trying to try shit out. And then, like, you know, what you hear Big Cap talking about was just like, bro, like, just, you know, just do what you do, bro. And, you know, everything else is going to come to you. Don't try to, like, you know, switch up from your lane. Like, if this is your lane, then do this shit, you know, all the way. And that's why, you know, at the time I didn't even know Mano yet. So he was mentioning he's mentioning Murder because I already knew Murder. Me and him had a relationship. I was recording him already, and he was like, you know, Murder. He sticks to his own style. Like he been like this, you know, for this amount of time. Like, so it was like he was just telling me like just, you know, once you find what you want to do, just stick to that shit and don't let nobody change your mind on it. And it was like, you know, Cap was like anybody that seen him like knew him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we was doing a
Right.
whole bunch of shit because of Cap. Like he took us to South by Southwest. We performed
Right.
over there. Like we was doing a whole bunch of shit. Any shows he had going on, he would put us on. He had like a whole crew of DJs. He put us on to like whatever songs we had. He was like, yo, y'all can push it. He was just always like, whatever y'all need, like, you know what I'm saying? We would make it happen. You know, he was always at the studio, and at the time, like, I was like at the studio, I was like the main guy there. Like I would not even like leave. Like I would go to the crib like twice a week to go take a shower and shit. Like I'll be at the studio like every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Wonder like every day making beats, doing shit, working, you know what I'm saying? And I was like dead broke. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I ain't even have it like that. Like I wasn't making nothing. Like, so it was like, you know, for Cat to be able to see that at that time, and like for him to be able to tell me that, like, you're a hybrid artist, this is who you are. Like he was like talking this shit before it was even like anything. You feel me? Like I wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying, doing the shit that I'm doing now, you know. And I think for him to see the shit that I'm doing now, he'll be like, you know, I feel like he'll be proud of me. Like, yeah, like keep going. Like, you know, that's what he would tell me. Like, you know, it was just like, this is
I,
a big homie.
I,
Like, that's Biggie's DJ, bro. Like, it don't get no crazier than that. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
And
so a
that's
nigga like
love.
that solidifying you, you be like, facts though, you know? Facts though.
For sure. For
Right.
sure. I know you just completed an album and you're about to release real soon. You just came back from the Bahamas, having a chance to
Yeah.
listen to everything. Tell me about the album, and also tell me the process of making the No Limit song that we hear.
So the album is my latest installment of like Lyric Valley projects. And you know, I think when people hear it, they're gonna hear again like, you know, I just want people to like elevate with me, you know. And I think that's why, like, you know, me putting out projects in the past has been so like pivotal, you know, to what I'm doing. Because it's like, if people not able to see your growth, then they're not gonna grow with you. They're not gonna want to see you, you know, make it to a different level that you've never made it to. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, this album is just another step to that, like another step up in the stairs that I'm taking to life. You know what I'm saying? This is me talking about my life, me, you know, me getting more deeper into conversations and things that I've had, and, you know, and things that, you know, I'm insecure about, and things that I'm vulnerable about, and all these different things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all these things that make it, you know, make somebody a real person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody in this motherfucker that's just like all the way, like, you know what I'm saying, super tough, super hard 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? It might be some niggas that's super bitch all the time, but you know what I'm saying, but for a nigga to be like super, like, you know what I'm saying, no feelings, no emotions, that's really not, that's unrealistic, you know. So I'm just like in these projects that I'm releasing, I'm just talking about my life, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, just expressing, like, it's therapy for me, you know. And I want people to, like, you know, hear this shit and be like, you know, hear the situations that I'm going through, and if they going through that shit, I want them to be able to like be like, yo, he went through it, I could do it too, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever questions, you know, we may be having as men, as young 20-year-olds, you know. These are the questions I'm asking, like, you know, certain songs on there, like I got a song on there called Don't Cry For Me. You know, like, when I'm going, don't cry for me. If you can't live, don't die for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying certain things like, you know, I'm trying to change up like what these niggas is talking about, because it's like, yeah, nigga tell you like, yeah, all my niggas is gonna die for me, like, but that's not really the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not really the truth. When the shit go down, it's like everybody scatters, nigga. Everybody get the fuck out the way, and everybody just tries to fend for their own life. How many people really die for you? So it's like, nah, don't say you gonna die for me, live for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't say like, if I'm gone, don't say you die for me. Nah, live for me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only shit that we got to do left. You know what I'm saying? It's just to live. Like, everything else is bullshit, and everything else is like, you know what I'm saying, some facade shit. So, you know, just, you know, this album, like I said, is just another step to towards my elevation, you know, and I named it No Limit because of the song To the Limit, you know. So when I made that song, that's really when I knew that, you know, I gotta center this project around this topic right here. When I made that song, I already had a few songs done, but it was like when I made that song, I was like, this is my theme right here. To the limit, no limit. Like, this is what I have to name the project. I was like, cause just, you know, that song was so impactful. Like when I made it, I'm like, damn, this shit kind of hard. Like, you know, and then like when I think about like when I'm doing records and shit, and I'm thinking about like a project, like a concept, I'm like, all right, what am I trying to? What's the message that I'm trying to push on this album? Like, what is it
Yes,
that I'm trying to say?
expand on that. You expand on that. The process of you creating the song. What is it like?
The process of me making the song.
Right.
Well, most of the time I just go in there and just like, you know, it's just me and the mic and the computer, and I'm just recording it, like, you know, laying bars down. I'm not even writing it. I'm just like going off of the top, really like not off of the top, but just saying it in my head, almost like I'm writing it down, but I'm just saying it in my head and I'm just laying it down instead of writing it. So it's almost like a direct thing, like from my head to the mic. Like instead of me having to write it and try to articulate the writing, is like I could just go straight from my head into the mic, and that's how I do like most of the shit, like just recording myself and piecing it together, you know what I'm saying, until this whole song is done.
I noticed that you've chosen sometimes the roots type approach. When I say the roots type approach to hip hop, stage wise, you know, I often go back and I watch the show You and Gang Is Done.
Yeah.
What gave you that idea to bring that back?
Like the band?
Right.
Man, I think that's so important, bro. I think it's just like I said, like the elevation, bro. You know, just, you know, when people see me as an artist, when people see you on the stage, like, you know, you want to give people an experience. You know, I could be rapping over a beat and it could be the dopest, firest song ever in the fucking world, but it just might not sound as good because the sound in the spot is fire. It's like, it's trash. You know what I'm saying? So you in the spot, the shit sounds trash. The engineer that's running your shit sounds is trash. Everything is trash, but the song is fire. And niggas gonna be like, yo, this shit is ass. Like, get this nigga the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wanna give people like a show. You know, I want people to pay for the show. Like if I wanna, you know, if I wanna one day get, you know, sell, if I want to sell $80, $100, $300 tickets one day, then I gotta be putting myself on that level. You know what I'm saying? Where like, you know, what do people pay for? They're not gonna pay for this regular shit. Like, if you're not Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z's the only nigga that can go out there and sound just like the song. Like, if you're not him, and even he got the band. Like, if you're not him though, it don't even make sense. Like, you know, niggas should be putting it in, bro. And you know, us having the band with the music, it just makes it way more bigger, and it just like amplifies the music, and it gives you playing room to do what the fuck you want. It just, you know what I'm saying? You could, and people respect that shit. They see you doing that, they're like, yo, that shit fire. Like, I'll come to one of his shows. I'll spend money on coming to a show or like buying his merch because he's really serious about his craft. Like, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was just speaking to a friend of mine, which is also a friend of yours, the legend Brainiac Beats, and he spoke
Yeah.
very highly of you. And you know, they what should I say? They speak very highly of you in Spain. Tell me, what do you feel that the people are starting to feel that separates you from the other artists that's out now?
That's a good question. Um, I would probably say it's just the growth. Like, I would say
Absolutely.
that, um, you know, a lot of people that see what I'm doing, they've been able to see what I'm doing for a period of time, so they kind of support me on a different level now. Like, they like, you know, because anybody could come out and put out a song and be like, yo, you know, share my link or fuck with my song or whatever, you know. But how many people are really gonna, you know, put their all into that and be like, you know, I'm gonna, you know. So I think they just seeing me grow, bro. And you know, this is my perspective. I don't really know what people feel, but you know, I can't even really say like it's just the idea of me getting from one place to the other. Maybe like, you know, that's what got people in tune. Like, yo, what's about to happen? You know, because certain moves been happening, and it's like, all right, you know, it's really happening. You know, certain features, you know, I've been getting just from the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Just from the grace of Him. You know, because I'm a vessel in this. You know, so when I'm creating, it's like, you know, God is like using me, like, you know, so. You know, he's been able to bless me to put me in certain positions in certain places that, you know, other people are starting to pay attention. And then that's what happens, right? Other people pay attention, and then your own people will be like, yo, what's up? You know, your shit is fire. You're like, oh, now you say it's fire because this other nigga. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, I think it's a lot of that, though. Like, you know, a lot of the growth people are seeing in it.
I have three last questions, and I'm gonna make my last comments. You being transitioning from the underground and able to dib and dab with the majors, what do you feel is the biggest misconception about the rap game right now? With so far as when I say people are saying this may be the most dangerous job in the world. Do you feel that they'll ever have a calm down or period, or do you feel that, or what do you feel? Let me ask that.
I feel like, man, if you ain't gonna take risks, then it ain't even worth it. If you ain't gonna take risks, it ain't gonna be no reward. You know what I'm saying? Everything is dangerous. A nigga could go skydiving and die. A nigga could go driving in the car and another car hit him, and he, you know, everything is a motherfucking risk. So if you want to live in a bubble, then that's what the fuck, you know, the type of person you are. You just gonna, you know, be scared to go out and you know what I'm saying, and take risks for what the fuck you believe in. Now, you know, now to say that there is certain things that happen more happens more to rappers and shit like that. Yeah, it's cause of the lifestyle though. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta really realize that niggas is hungry, bro. Like, we really in the jungle. Like, niggas think that, you know, you make it in rap and you make a certain amount of money, you start to get money, you start to get change, you start to flaunt a certain way. It's niggas that's looking at you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I bet you $1 million is not gonna be one person that approaches a J. Cole how they'll approach a little baby if they trying to rob him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
they might look at J. Cole like, I ain't gonna rob that nigga. Like, for what? Like, he don't even got nothing on him. Like, what am I? But if we look at the dynamics, J. Cole got 50 million. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Absolutely.
he might approach another rapper that's shining that got all this other shit on, and he might be more with the action because he's like, I'm gonna get a little more. Like, if we look at the shit that happened with Pop Smoke, like, you know, it was a 15-year-old. They said they sold his. It was for a watch or something that he wanted, and he sold it for $2,000.
2000. Right.
That was
Right.
what his life was worth, $2,000, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he could have went in there and, you know, maybe not ask Pop Smoke, but he would ask, bro, let me get 2,000. I'm sure you would probably give it to him. Like, here, bro, I know you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, $2,000, bro, that's it. So it's like, you know, at the same time, we got to understand that things that we put out there are the things we're going to get back to. Like, you know, this is real life, and what we speak is what we speak into existence. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of different things that go into play of this being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everything else is dangerous, and I'd rather stand on my own 10 toes in this shit and be solid in this shit, and you know, and get what the fuck a nigga need out of this shit. Like, I'm not just gonna let anybody just move me out of my position. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta niggas gotta move a certain way too. We as black people, we gotta move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta protect. You know what I'm saying? We gotta protect that person that's really getting it. You know what I'm saying? If we all in this shit together, like, we gotta be like, nah, this is the person who we need to be around, like, rally around and protect. Like, you know, but
Right.
like I said, there's certain situations you just never know. Like, in situations where it's life or death, bro, instinct takes over, and that whatever that person is gonna do is what that person is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, who the fuck is at fault? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really the niggas that's at fault is the niggas that's saying, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, nah, like, don't even say that, bro. Just just be 100 for yours. And nigga, if you about to get shot, I'm trying to protect you just like you trying to protect me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me motherfucking go out trying to protect you when you trying to run away. Like, damn, like, nigga, I'm trying to block the shots from you and you running away. Like, nigga, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's stand on this shit together. You know, and you know, it's just funny, bro. I don't know, like, you know, to even think about it, it'd be eerie sometimes because it's just so many things been happening. Like, you know, niggas getting robbed, niggas getting shot, but that happens every day, everywhere. You know, if you're gonna move a certain way in the hood and you flaunting and you moving away, then niggas gonna try that. They gonna wanna try that because nigga, you got it, nigga. The fuck are we talking about? You fool, nigga. Like, nah, you got it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just gotta take it all into account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You are one that embraced the culture, especially I seen that you engineer a lot of youngsters. I see you put out some merch. What's next for Lyrabilly?
shit, tours, motherfucking more music, bigger albums, more features with more artists. You know what I'm saying? I just want to like do more of everything, and you know, I want to just be able to like get to a place where I have a voice and I have a say so in things, and you know, and I'm able to like, you know, move shit, like, you know, like that's more important than anything to me. Like, you know, how many people can I mobilize for my vision, for what I want to do? You know, in each city, in each state, how many people can I bring together to motherfucking, you know, push the agenda forward? You know, because really the agenda for everything is, you know, generational wealth, and it's really like building up, you know, us as a people. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes in all aspects, like, and it starts with the children. So, like, you know, I just want to be able to be at a place where I can, like, you know, just move how I want to move, and you know, just, you know, a long time from now, I want to be able to like, you know, fucking, you know, have facilities where we have our own educational centers, and you know, we're moving our own way and we're raising our own communities in our own towns. Like, I don't need the American educational system. I want my own system, so, or our own system, you know. But you know, just I think what's directly next for me from now is just like I said, just more music, you know, and just more levels up, man. It's just more levels to go to end this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just more, you know, we gotta get Grammys, gotta do more shit, like, you know.
Dig that.
So
Well, my last comments I want to say, nephew, not only from what I've seen with my own eyes and the relationship we have, man, you have a bright future, man. You're a great example of it's in you and not on you. You know, I salute you for all the things you're doing, how you're embracing the culture, how you helping. We thank you for just the time you putting in. The information you're putting in your music is very informative. We ask that you continue to do that. It's helping the culture so much. We salute you and we thank you for coming on, like, talking about it. Appreciate your presence, and it was on.
appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the interview, bro. Great fucking interview. Let's get it. Word.
For
Let's
sure,
go
man.
up, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always, there's always love, bro.
Always, fam. So,
My brother, let's get it. 4-5.
bet
Definitely.
it.
All right, brother.